Object-oriented programming. Java objects are in full view, which means they are really obvious to everybody. Java is object-oriented, loud and proud, whereas Python hides its objects, so beginner programmers don't have to worry about those details. As you've seen, Java makes sure you know about it and make sure you use those right from the beginning. What are classes and objects? Classes are the blueprints for an object. So they enable you to tell you what the design is, how it's supposed to be made, and what's going on. In fact, some people say that classes are where objects go to be schooled. And that class is a template, so if you have a green Volkswagen Golf, that is one particular object. And that is designed based on the class that's made. So how do you create an instance? It's very, very similar to Python. My class, my object, equals new my class, and you can see it's exactly the same. Now, just to give you an example, this has got two objects in it, and what you have to do is change x to 25, and you'll see that the original one stays at its default value, so my object 1 is 5, my object 2 is at 25. Now, one thing that is different about Java in a way is that because you can't just run code with functions and things like that straight away, they have these things called static methods, and these can be called without creating an object. Let's have a look at this now. So I'm just going to run this program and run my class, and you will see the static methods can be called without the object. But if I get rid of that, just to show you, if I try to run it as a public method, it will just generate an error and will not compile. That's because a public method, you have to create an object and you have to put it into the object. There are 4 principles of object-oriented programming. These are exactly the same in Python or Java or C++, but just worth going through and having a look at how Java implements them. So the first one is encapsulation. Encapsulation is the idea that you hide sensitive data from the user. To achieve this, use get and setter methods. So if you look here, you have a private string, and then you have a getter and a setter. Java inheritance. In Java, it is possible to inherit attributes and methods from one class to another. We group the inheritance concepts into 2 categories: subclass, a child, and a superclass, which is the parent. To inherit from a class uses the extends keyword. Let's have a look at that. So here you can see how you've got vehicle, and then you extend that vehicle with Mustang. Polymorphism is this idea that you can run the same commands and it does slightly different things depending what the class and the object is. So let's have a look at this. And you can see the command here is public void animal sound, and it shows you how it's going to do different things. And when you try it, you will say, the pig says wee wee, the dog says bow wow. Abstraction. Data abstraction is the process of hiding certain details and showing only essential information to the user. Abstraction can be achieved with either abstract classes or interfaces. You'll find more about these later, but I want to give you a flavor right now. So this is the complete code, and we'll have a look now at the abstract class. So notice that the abstract method doesn't have a body. And now you can see subclass is inherited from the animal. And now you can see that is doing it. So when you create the my pig animal sound, it creates it nicely. So the pug says wee wee zzz, and you can see all of that in action.